Yep, Andy, goals from Son and James Maddison, who I thought, particularly in the first, it was excellent. I really thought he was terrific.
Yeah.
He made it a comfortable leading for Spurs as they made it 7 wins from their opening 9 league games. I mean,
that's brilliant. I don't care whether you've played the best or you haven't. That's still fantastic.
Well, you think about it, they've beaten United.
Yes. Liverpool,
whether I like it or not, and carry a little bit of luck, I believe, against Liverpool, but beat Liverpool.
Yep.
Come back and get points from games I don't think you necessarily would have got the full points from Sheffield United and things like that. They're doing really well. The 2-0 win means that no manager in the Premier League history has picked up more points in their opening 9 games.
Incredible, that.
It's an unbelievable stat, and you know I love a stat, than the 23 that Spurs have picked up under Ange Postecoglou. Now, what did you think of Maddison? I tell you where I was with Maddison, where I really enjoyed watching him, Andy. Do you know the one thing he does? You know, he goes back, he'll take it from the back four or whatever it may be. See, when the whole game sparks into life when he fires it into somebody.
Yes.
And he does it. Now, see when he takes it and he smashes it into a front man.
He does wrap it into people, doesn't he?
What that does, I always feel, it completely changes the tempo of the game.
Yes.
Because the man receiving the ball has to react in a really sharp manner, and it forces him to play at that tempo.
It forces him to either try and play one touch, Ali, almost, or very quickly get it under control and move it again.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It does. You're absolutely right. And I love watching him. I think he's just at
the top of his game, mate, isn't he?
He's perfect for them. And with the guys that play in the middle of the park, last night it was Højbjerg alongside Matasar, but usually we can imagine it's going to be Bissouma and Matasar. He's absolutely perfect with those guys.
It's amazing, Andy. I said to was it Jamie? I said to him last night, I don't think Spurs have replaced anybody in that role since Eriksen. I really don't, you know.
In his best days,
in his heyday, yes. And I think it's still very early, but I think Spurs fans are quite entitled to enjoy it and get carried away to a certain degree. But Maddison looks to be that kind of, you know, player, I think, that can come in and do that. Also, and I know they gave up 1 or 2 chances back late on, but I just think they look better all round at the back. Porro looks good, Udogie looks good, Van der Ven, how quick's he, by the way?
Oh, Ali, he is so fast, Mickey Van der Ven, and his recovery run is brilliant. On top of that, he's composed. I think I don't hardly see him ever give the ball away. I think he did it once late on in the game when they, as we mentioned there, that a few of them just got a little bit sloppy, a little bit, for the last sort of 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And Fulham, to be fair to them, came out at the start of the second half and tried to play a bit more and were better at keeping the ball. But the only one, Ali, is Richarlison. What do you think? What did you think last night?
I'm with you, mate. Do you know what I mean when I say it just doesn't look right? You know, I think it's just towards the end of the second half, he ran and closed somebody down, and he got a big cheers for the Spurs fans. And I said on here, you know, when things aren't completely firing for you, the fans will accept that if they see total commitment. Now, I firmly believe he's given that, but it's just not clicking for him at this moment in time. Is that fair? He's not got the same. The balance for me doesn't look the same. Kulusevski on the right hand side, lovely, takes it lovely. He'll drop a shoulder, come back in. There's bits and pieces going off him. It just doesn't look the same with Richarlison on the left hand side.
I do agree, and I think it looks like he's trying to kind of make the most of it, but he's got this sort of kind of petulance about him a little bit, which is a little frustrating at times. But you kind of want him to do well when I watch him. I'm saying, come on, mate, show us a bit more what you got, and you kind of always feel like you're a little bit underwhelmed by it, don't you? I think he's going to have to improve and do a bit more. Otherwise, Ange might be looking for perhaps someone to offer a little bit more from that position. Whether they've got there in the camp, that's the only thing with Spurs, Ali. Afterwards, we were talking on our 7-hour tube ride coming home. The only thing is if any of these boys, and it will happen, and he's going to lose players, Ange, can the boys that are coming in, can they continue to get them results? Now that's the $1 million question. Everybody's the same. Everyone gets injuries, suspensions, you name it, whatever. Players go out of form. You got to offer other people an opportunity here and there. That's the only thing for Spurs. But I tell you, there's a lot to like about what they're doing, isn't
100%. I mean, it's difficult, as you know, coming on as a substitute, particularly late on when you think the game's won. But it was an element the substitutes didn't strengthen them at all. You know,
No.
I wouldn't go as far to say they completely weakened them, but I don't think they were. They bring Emerson Royale on and Valise and people like that.
Yes.
And as I say, you've got to cut them a little bit of slack because it looks as though the game's one hard coming on to try and. But they just look. I think that the squad. I think you make a great point. The squad. I'm not sure, for example, is strong enough to go the full way.
Yeah.
If they got 1 or 2 injuries and suspension.
Over course and distance, maybe. We'll see. We'll find out in due course. But as Ange says, look, unless there's something out there that says Tottenham can't win the league, we can win the league. Which is a nice line. It's a good line, that.
It speaks very well, as we said yesterday. Sam, who's in top form last night, caught up with Ange after the game to ask how he feels about that start, but he got his words a bit mixed up.
Ange, congratulations. No manager has ever started their Premier League career with as many pints as you have. I know you won't get too carried away, but what do you put it down to? Well, pints and points, I would have thought.
I can guarantee you I haven't broken any points record, but it's pleased with the result. It's a difficult game against an opponent who's always very well organised. The first half I thought was really good by us. We had to show some patience, but we worked through that, and all the I'd say is we probably could have had 2 or 3 more goals, and that's disappointing. We weren't able to finish off our stuff.
No manager has ever started their Premier League career with as many pints as you have.
It's a great line, isn't it, Sam?
It's brilliant.
Oh dear,
absolutely fantastic.
Now, actually, if Sam's listening, right, if he is, because he was after us, wasn't he? Because he was doing all the interviews. We were waiting for him, but I kept ringing him, because he was obviously staying in London last night.
This is heading towards a public apology to Sam.
Well, this is a slight public apology. We did say we'd wait for Sam, and then we were waiting until in the end it was like, Ali, listen, we're up in about 3 hours' time.
Correct.
So
we deserted him effectively.
So we deserved a custard pie, really, didn't we? In the end. So hopefully Sam got. But I love that. That's great.
Oh, it's tremendous, isn't it?
Pints.
Absolutely magic. We're going to head to a break, and we have not even touched on Fulham defending for the 2 goals. That we'll have to do that at some point. That may take me a full section to go over that mentally.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.